Alright, what is up, guys? So today is Friday, September 12th, and once again, as you guys can see, the PNL is $0. Um, so I want to go over what I saw today, and I again took 0 trades today. So there was 1 trade to be taken today, and I ended up getting break even on that because I didn't hold to the true break even point I should have been holding to, but I'll go over that later. So coming to today, pretty much a very clear objective, these all-time highs. We ran through them as you guys can see, but really all-time high was the objective. And then I was like, if we displace lower, we have these London lows that we could target. And I'm like, alright, so, you know, we were kind of in this hourly range, so I'm like, I want to see some clean displacement towards one side. So from now, I made, I went down to the 5 minute, and what was market open? This right here was market open, so that was not the all-time high, I swear. Oh, we didn't even get above all-time high. Wait, wow. Wait, oh yeah, that's the all-time high right here. Okay, there we go. So yeah, we wicked up at market open and then rejected back down, and we got this displacement down. Like, all right, maybe we want to come and take these out London lows out. So I was like, all right, if we get a nice displacement towards London lows, I will look to take a trade. But once again, we didn't get delivery down at all. So then at 10 a.m., I was in class, and I wouldn't have taken this trade either way, but I was looking at this trade. We SMT down here at these 10 a.m. data lows. I'll show you guys 10 a.m. data lows. These lows right here, this is a data low. It doesn't really look like it, but it is a data low, red folder news. We swept it on ES, as you guys can see here, and on MNQ, we didn't end up sweeping it out, so we formed bullish SMT there. And some people I know took this inverse, I believe, to the highs. So something like this, I think, which actually wasn't a bad trade. But for me, I haven't back tested really taking trades without like a 5 minute fair value gap in there, like an unmitigated gap. So I didn't really have my data on, SMT. This is pretty much like a reversal trade. This isn't really like a continuation trade, but the drawn liquidity was super strong, and yeah, everything played out. So, we're just rallying higher. So I want to go back to the day where I missed out on the data low trade and why I missed out on it and um, what I needed to do better there. Okay, there we go. This today. So it was so Wednesday. So here's what happened, right? I'm not gonna blame it because I was in class, but that was one of the biggest reasons. I wasn't really thinking straight taking this trade. So this is literally like a textbook trade. Like when the market open candle, like this was pretty much the market open candle right here, and then we just diddy down towards data low. Like, when you see that, like, okay, this data low is gonna be taken. Now I just have to wait for a retrace and then an entry. So we diddy down, we formed this 1 minute fair value gap, and we tapped the consequent encroachment. I don't really care about that, but we respected it, and we rejected down and flipped. So I took this entry. I was risking around like 3 or 400 and making like four. I think it was 400, right? I entered in with like a mini or like I think 9 micros, and pretty much what I do normally is I go break even after this internal low, but in this case, I was in class. The teacher was asking me to do something, and I was just like, I'm just gonna go break even after we get some displacement down. So pretty much, on this second candle right here, this close, I think, or no, as we started flushing past my entry, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go break even. I don't want to have risk. The teacher's trying to call me to answer some bullshit questions. I'm like, all right, I'm not trying to be in this trade anymore. I just wanna get break even, and if I win, that's nice. But there was for me to go break even, I go break even at points where price could reverse from. So there was no point price should reverse other than this internal low or data low. So there was no reason for me personally to go break even here, and I ended up going break even. I'm not gonna say it was I was in school, that's that fault, but that was just my fault on my part. I wasn't thinking, and I was just getting like scared, I guess, for the amount I was risking, and I had this problem with I'm going break even too quickly, and next time either a ca- nice candle close below this internal low, or if my entry is at least like 15, 20 points away from where price is, I will go break even then, or like 10 to 15 points, because that gives price breathing room to come back to my entry, do whatever and take my TP or hit my stop loss, right? And in this case, this was the perfect break even point, because if I went, where is price gonna reverse and go up? Unless we had a SMT or something, but we didn't, right? Where is price gonna reverse at? Either this internal low, which is less likely, or this data low. So there was no point in me getting out of this trade. And I learned that after this trade. I wasn't really in the right headspace, but it doesn't really matter, right? Because market shows opportunity every single day, and next week I'm bound to catch a trade. I literally haven't taken a trade on these XFAs. I think I went for one winning day, and I'm like down 150 bucks, but I haven't taken like a serious trade with size. And this was a trade with size, but I won't break even. Another one where it was like that, the same case where I go break even too quickly, or I exit the trade because I'm scared or something. And, I'm fixing that problem. So, um, from now onwards, you'll see next week, I think can be a good week. And I have a Discord. My link is in the bio. You can join it. Um, you know, in this, I'll be going over like trade recaps, teaching you guys my model, things like that. Yeah, so just working towards a payout on these two Express accounts. Nothing much, nothing too crazy. And yeah, make sure to join the Discord. Link is in the bio. And yeah.